I think I understand what they're showing now. Um, at first, they showed two suns together, but because the suns were together, they were two bright balls of fire. It just looked like one blob or something. And it did look like one was like a little bit bigger than the other. So overshadowing it just a little bit. It was basically, you couldn't really decipher. And when they moved apart, then they both, like the rays shot out. Like when they moved away from one another, the rays really shot out. And you could see that they were both suns. So it was like, oh, okay, they're both really bright and beautiful. And you could distinguish between the two. And then they showed a sun and a moon together, and also phenomenal, but really phenomenal then, because then you could distinguish between the two. And it was actually, then it was like a symphony. But then you saw them part. And at first the moon shriveled. It like shrunk down, got darker and dimmer and like cold and shaking. And then another sun came and it like perked up and got bright white again and got full. And it really illuminated it. And so I think it was just showing me, like now, again, as I'm saying it out loud, I think I understand clearly. They're just showing me like the right energies with the right pairing, right? Like two masculine energies together, it will compete and one will always like dominate or overshadow. And then when a masculine and a feminine energy together, it can be beautiful. Oh, that's interesting. Is that what you meant? Remember I said it like really was phenomenal, but then the moon would shrink. It wouldn't be the full moon. It would, be waning or waxing. And so they separated, and it seemed like the moon was really waning, but only for another sun to come along and have it really become a full moon, really illuminate all of its essence, all of its beauty. And I think it's just showing it's like with the right pairing, it's like with the right match, with the right energies, it can really be blissful. I feel like there's more here they want me to see, because I remember them before I realized they were talking about energies and pairings. I remember being upset when the moon really, they were making a point about that, because it was something about like, I realized it was pairings, like I realized it was separating. What was it? It was like, I think maybe I was a mishinge, maybe they're showing me, where it was like, sometimes we look at the sun, right? Like what we're revolving around outside ourselves versus inside ourselves. And that's when we lose ourselves. It's only when we stand in our truth, right? Like the feminine stands strong in her feminine, and the masculine stands strong in his masculine and remains true and authentic to themselves. Do they fully illuminate one another? Like, do they both shine so brightly? But whenever we waver, it's like the wrong match or pairing or mishinge or outside oneself. I just want to share with you, I feel like there was one part that really hit me, and I'm trying to get back to it, where it was like, it was, you know how you'll hear people say, it's like when people divorce, when the one shrivels up, it's like you realize, oh, the other one was the light the whole time. Like this idea where, and it's such a terrible way to think or see or look at people, because we have no idea what's really going on in those dynamics. And yet, it was kind of giving that feeling where, yeah, now they're showing something else. They're showing people like purposely pulling the rug from underneath. And when that happens, it's like the manipulation of energy, right? It's like, something about that. it's like they just, I guess that is the wrong pair. If like somebody's coming in to pull the rug from underneath you because they don't want you to shine with or without them, and they really want you to be down and out, then that's definitely the wrong pair. Like, that's not supporting you. That's not loving you. That's definitely not love. I don't know what that is. And so when you're with the right pair, it feels amazing. It feels good. It feels easy. It feels light. It feels free. It feels encouraging, because it feels light and free because you can be authentically yourself. You don't have to force or effort or try, and you don't have to carry, right? Like sometimes you have to carry the emotional burdens and bags and weight of the other person, and it becomes exhausting and it weighs you down. And but then it can seep into you, and you think it's you, and it's not. And so it's a lot of, it's like enmeshment can occur, and to untangle that enmeshment, which is interesting they're using that word, because remember they kept showing recently the waxing on the linen fabric, because it becomes waxed on. And to get that wax off of you, oof, you have to pick it apart. You can't remelt it, because it'll just keep remelting into the fiber. Oh God. It's tedious work at times. Yeah, I think it is just showing like the right sun with the right moon, the right masculine energy, which I guess could boil down to the vibrational match, right? I think that's what, like the idea of a fully healed sun, right? A fully healed sun and a fully healed moon, meaning a mature masculine and a mature feminine within oneself, and matched with another that's balanced within oneself, can boil down to the same vibrational match, right? You're at the same frequency. You're at the same level of maturity, the same level of understanding, the same level of healing, the same level of blah, 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 right? How, the millions of ways people say it out there. When you're fully aligned with yourself, your authentic self, and somebody else who comes along and is their authentic self, it's like you really can light one another up. You can illuminate one another. You can love one another truly, purely, authentically. And it's showing like healing too, which is interesting only because I wouldn't have used that verbiage for what they're showing. Because again, we just talked about like fully healed, but I guess nobody's fully healed. It's this idea of like when it's the right match, it's like further healing can be done, which I guess that makes sense, right? Because unconditional love does heal everything. So it's like the last remnant. Sometimes we need, it's fun. It's just funny they're having me say it like this. Like sometimes that outside factor, maybe it is that touchstone, to shake out the rest of the dust or something. I don't know what they're showing. Because it's just a little different than my understanding, I think, but it's, it's, I don't know. Yeah. I mean, well, that would mean they need that too. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. That helps. Yeah. Because I'm thinking, well, no, you're just calling in that then, but it's, well, then they too it's like they too need that outside touchstone. Maybe it's like when you've been inside so much, right? And you've done as much healing as you can do. Now it's time to reconnect with the world, with human touch. And sometimes even just that is the sealant, the last touch, so to speak. Okay, there's a lot they're starting to roll into. Okay, let's not. Thanks so much for tuning in and listening. You can now purchase an audio journey with me using the link below.